Hi, my name is Kate and today we'll be making carrot cake muffins. First, we want to preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius. Grabbing the oil, a small plate and a brush, we will start to brush the little indents of the muffin tray to make it a little bit easier for the muffin casings to stick. Next we will be adding the muffin cases. In a medium bowl, we will start to add all the wet ingredients, including half a cup of oil, breaking up 2 eggs into a separate bowl, whisking it together and then adding it to the wet ingredients with the oil. Next we want to make a cup full of shredded carrot. So I start by getting 2 carrots and cutting off the ends of both and starting to grate it with the smaller sized grater into a small bowl. This part takes a little while, so if you want to just pause the video, grate your carrot and then come back to it, more than welcome. Next we will be adding the carrot to the wet ingredients and mixing it all together until combined. Next, getting a large bowl that we put to the side earlier, we're going to get a cup and brown sugar, and we're going to put the brown sugar into the cup, making sure that all the lumps are out. I did this by squeezing down the brown sugar with a small spoon, or you can like break it up beforehand, whatever you please. Next we grab out the flour. With this we want to get a cup and a half, so making sure that we use the cups and level it off at the top. You can either do this by using a knife or just with the side of the bowl. Following this is a teaspoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of baking soda. Following this is a teaspoon of cinnamon and a quarter teaspoon of salt. Next we want to mix the ingredients all together, making sure that all the lumps from the brown sugar and everything is all out, making it a nice fine consistency. And then we add the wet ingredients with the dry ingredients and mix it all together, making sure not to over combine, just until everything is mixed together. Grabbing the muffin tray back out, we will use the mixture and start putting the mixture into the muffin cases. We will do this by getting a quarter cup. I usually grab a spoon as well, just in case, make sure to get all the excess off and make sure it's not too messy. And we start putting the quarter cup into the muffin casings, making sure that it's about like halfway through, just remembering that it does rise. Next we want to put the muffins into the preheated oven, making sure to put on the timer for 20 minutes. Following this, I grab a toothpick once the muffins are all completed and put the toothpick into the muffins and making sure that there is no excess batter coming off on the toothpick. If there is excess batter, just make sure to put them back in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes, making sure that they're all thoroughly cooked. Next, I put all the muffins carefully onto a cooling rack so that they can cool until we start to ice them. Next we want to start making the cream cheese frosting. Next we want to grab out a medium bowl, as well as adding a quarter cup of softened butter. We want to add as well a quarter cup of cream cheese frosting, as well as a half tablespoon. Now I did this step by hand, but you can do it with an electronic mixer, just mixing it until it's nice and creamy. Once this is all combined, make sure to add your icing sugar, which is 2.5 cups. So what I did is I started slowly putting in the icing sugar as well as mixing it. It makes it a bit tougher, but making sure that you can get it all mixed thoroughly together. And then after that, we want to add a pinch of salt as well as 2 tablespoons of cream, and continuing to mix until it creates a fluffy texture. There we go, there's your cream cheese frosting done. And then once you have done that, all you want to do is wait until the muffins are completely cooled, and then we want to add a layer of cream cheese frosting with either a knife or a piping bag. I used a piping bag because I wanted to get to know how to use this as well, and decorate as you please. Thank you so much for your time.